Good afternoon, Mob hockey fans. The final game of the last showcase, game 32. First place Mob versus second place Spartan. Mob secured their 29th win of the season yesterday, facing 15 shots, allowing only one goal was Costin Hulin. 93% save. Getting the start in today's game, number 90, Lennon Andrews. 14 wins, 1 loss, 1 shutout, 2.68 goals against average. Also picking up 3 assists on the season. Currently posting a .907 save percentage. Recapping yesterday's scores, leading the way, Captain Riker Philpott. 3 goals, 2 assists for 5 points. Riker currently has 108 points. Liam Rodriguez, 1 goal, 3 assists, good for 4 points last game. On the back end, Adam McMillan, 1 goal, 1 assist for 2 points. Also contributing with a goal and an assist, Jabril Sharma, number 34. And in her first showcase back after an injury, Darby Taylor, number 17, chipped in with 2 assists, and she was phenomenal all night taking important faceoffs. Malachi Natividad, he chipped in with a goal. And rounding out the scoring was number 77, Mason McDonnell. McDonnell leads all defensemen on the Mob with 15 goals, 27 assists for 42 points on the season. Assists also last game to Drew Mitchellmore and Broden King. This is only the third contest between the Mob and the Spartan this year, each with a win. The Spartan took the first one 5-4, and the second contest went to the Mob earlier on in this showcase with a 4-3 win. We're a minute away from the Get Energy first period face-off. Game 32, Spartan versus the Mob. Spartan have 1 game in hand. They're going to play it next week against the Stars. Mathematically, the Mob has secured first place with 59 points. Spartan currently at 54 points. Nonetheless, the Mob would love to secure a win and have another 4-0 showcase weekend leading into the playoffs. It's going to be Philpott's line to start. Rodriguez and King on the wing. McDonnell and Natividad on defense. Get energy, first period face-off. The game is underway. McDonnell with it in his own end. Over to Natividad. Back to McDonnell. He backends it up to King in the neutral zone. He's looking for Philpott, and he finds him. Philpott with speed. There's a shot on. And the Spartan goaltender makes the save. Philpott in to take the offensive draw. He wins it over to Rodriguez. King strips the puck. McDonnell pinches in. McDonnell makes one move. He's in and just loses the puck. McDonnell circles behind the net. Throws it back to Rodriguez. Natividad. Natividad at the blue line. Gets it down to Philpott. Spartans try and break it out of their own zone. It's disrupted by Natividad into the skates of King. Over to Philpott. Philpott loses the puck at the blue line. And the Spartans are away. Drop pass. It's picked off by Mitchell Moore. Taylor tries to chip it to Mitchell Moore. It's just out of his reach, and the Spartans have the puck in the neutral zone. They dump it into McMillan's corner. He gathers it, goes behind the net to Smith. Smith back to McMillan, to Mitchell Moore, up to Taylor. Taylor's got speed through the neutral zone. She banks it looking for Sharma. It's intercepted by the Spartans. Spartan pass is missed. McMillan sends it deep. Mitchell Moore in on the forecheck. Taylor battling on the half wall with Mitchell Moore. A puck comes loose. Sharma shovels it back to Smith. Smith gets a long shot. That's steered aside by the Spartan goaltender. Sharma back down low to Mitchell Moore. Mitchell Moore to Taylor. That pass doesn't connect. Sharma back to McMillan. McMillan from the point. There's a long shot, and it hits a Spartan in the face, and he's going to go off for a change. There's a pass out in front. Sharma can't quite handle it. The puck is kept in by McMillan. Taylor behind the net. She takes a swipe at it, but misses. Dyke in on the forecheck. Mitchell Moore heading off for a change. Out comes Hocko. Here's a long shot. Andrews out to play that. Leaves it for Snow. Snow rims it for Hocko. One touch to Taylor. She's got Dyke in the middle, but that pass is intercepted. And the Spartans turn and fire it back in the mob zone. Icing is waved off. Natividad back to play it. Over to Snow. Snow takes a hit, and he's down in the corner. Snow tried to return the favor. He's going to get called. 2 minutes for Luke Snow for tripping. And the mob are going to go on the H&R block penalty kill. It's been a good start for the mob. They've generated a couple good chances. And Philpott steps in to take the defensive draw. He wins it over to McDonnell. McDonnell can't quite get it out. Spartan go D to D. Natividad behind his net. Rims it over to Philpott. That took a bounce out in front. Andrews had to swipe it aside. Spartans controlling the puck on the power play. They try and beat Natividad and can't. Natividad had Philpott with them, but he decides to send it down the ice. Spartans try for a long pass. It's picked off. Philpott has it now. Philpott is stood up at the blue line, but the puck enters the Spartan zone. Spartan try for that long pass again. This time it connects. Philpott bodies his man. Spartans are in. There's a backhand shot. It misses. Puck goes to the Spartan defense. They go D to D. McMillan's got his man tied up. That nearly hit his skate and went in. McMillan, with 53 seconds left in the Snow penalty, sends the puck down the ice. Rodriguez in on the forecheck. McMillan once again sends it deep. It's King and Rodriguez up front. 36 seconds left in the penalty. Spartan overskates it, regains control, sends it down into the mob zone. Smith playing a one-on-one battle. Andrews slides. Spartan D to D. Pass to the middle. Here comes a shot on, and that misses. It goes back to the defenseman, but not out. Spartan D to D. Here comes the pass. He was open in front. I think Smith tied him up just enough. 6 seconds left in the Luke Snow tripping penalty. Mob are on the H&R block penalty kill. Face-off will be to the left of Andrews. Spartans demonstrated some good puck-moving skills on that power play. Rodriguez in to take the draw. He wins it back to McDonnell cleanly. McDonnell sends it down the ice, and that will do it for the Snow penalty. Mob is now back at even strength. Sharma tried to hold the line but couldn't. He had to wait for King to clear the zone as he sends it back into the Spartan zone. Sharma picked off that pass. Sharma once again dumps it in for Mitchellmore. Mitchellmore first on the puck behind the net. He causes a turnover as Taylor picks it up to Sharma. Here comes a shot from McDonnell. It's blocked by the Spartan. High off the glass. Mitchellmore forechecking. Spartans dump it out, and McDonnell picks it up in his own zone. He's going to dump it back in and let Sharma and Mitchellmore get in on the forecheck. Spartan try and pass through the neutral zone, picked off by McDonnell, and once again sent in deep, but this time it's going to be Mitchellmore on it first. He's got Sharma in front. Tries to pass it to Sharma. It's picked off by the Spartans, and they're away with speed through the neutral zone. There's a shot on, saved by Andrews. It hit the netting. No whistle. Play is allowed to continue. Sharma in hard on the forecheck. Mitchellmore picked off that pass. Mitchellmore sent for a hit. He seems to be okay as he got that puck over to Sharma. Weigel in on the forecheck. Weigel's pushed off the puck. Here comes Hocko. He takes a swipe at it and misses. Puck is thrown out to the neutral zone where Smith backs up. Over to McMillan. He's going rink wide to Hocko. Hocko, one touch into the zone, and he's in on the forecheck. Hocko taken out. He slides into the boards. Puck is loose at the side of the net, but the Spartans come away. It's a 2-on-2 with Snow and McDonnell. There's a drop pass. McDonnell back. One move. Pass over. Misses. And the Mob are able to clear the zone. There's Dyke with it at center ice. He dumps it in, and he goes for a change. McDonnell in hard on the forecheck. He's by himself. He's looking for help. King's out in front. Rodriguez is out in front. King to Rodriguez. Just skipped over his stick. He couldn't get the shot off. Spartan dump it into the Mob corner. It's Philpott back first to gather it. He rims it over to King. King backhand to Rodriguez. He gloves it down. Where Philpott gathers speed in his own zone. Riker Philpott down the right wing. Philpott still has it. Around two defenders. He throws it out in front looking for Rodriguez. It doesn't connect. King intercepts that pass. Spartans regather control at their own blue line. Up to the anchor. He dumps it into the Mob zone. Natividad's back. He shovels it over to King. Flips it back to Natividad. Mob controlling the puck behind their own net. McMillan rims it over to King. King tries to chip it out, but it doesn't clear the zone. Spartan out in front. There's a shot saved by Andrews, and he holds on. 11:35 remaining in the first period. Still no score. 0-0. Taylor in to take the draw to the right of Andrews. Going to be a new Spartan centerman. Taylor loses that draw. The Spartans have it on the point. They flip it down behind the Mob goal. The puck is loose in front. It ends up on Natividad's stick, and he skates away with it through the neutral zone. He's going to chip it in and allow Mitchellmore to forecheck. McMillan tries to pinch. Missed his man on that body check, but the puck stays in the Spartan zone. There's an errant pass. It's picked off by Sharma. Sharma on his backhand throws it down below the Spartan goal where Mitchellmore battles behind the net. He gets it loose to Taylor. Here comes a one-time shot by Sharma. That didn't miss by much. And the Spartan are away. Errant pass is picked off by McMillan. McMillan to Mitchellmore. Mitchellmore has the puck behind his own goal. Over to Sharma. Sharma can't make that connecting pass. It's rimmed back to Mitchellmore's side. Just out of his reach. McMillan gathers it. McMillan to Sharma. It missed Sharma's stick, but it clears the zone. Sharma takes a hit. He still got it. He dumps it in, and that line's going to go for a change. It's Weigel, Dyke, and Hocko. Hocko picks up the intercepted pass. He's pushed off the puck. Puck is not cleared. It's kept in by McDonnell. It's going to be a Spartan slashing penalty. And the Mob will go on their first kinetic mobile physiotherapy power play. 2 minutes for slashing. I think he retaliated after that McDonnell hit. And like always, the ref's going to catch the second one, or at least hear it. And I think that's what happened there. Philpott wins the draw back to Natividad. Natividad from the point. Just missed. Spartans able to clear it. Andrews way out of his net. Natividad tells him to leave it. Oh, Natividad falls behind the net, loses control. There's a man open in the front. Philpott picks off that pass, and Natividad limps his way to the bench. McDonnell with it. McDonnell makes one move. He gets it back. Mason McDonnell. Here comes a shot. It's deflected, and it's blockered by the Spartan goalie. Here comes King. He walks out of the corner. He's going to go back to Philpott. There's a shot by Philpott. Rebound, and it's saved by the Spartan. Philpott in to take the draw. He wins it cleanly back to McMillan. Over to Smith. It bounces off Smith's stick. He's in a foot race with it. He rubs his man out. Still has control. Over to Rodriguez. Rodriguez over to Philpott. It's in his skates. He can't handle it. King in hard on the forecheck. Rodriguez. Rodriguez over to King in the corner. Philpott's directing him back to the point. Smith over to McMillan. There's a shot from McMillan. It's wide. King able to get the rebound. Shovels it back to Smith. Back to King on the half wall. King walking in. There's a shot. It's blocked. Rodriguez. Back to Smith. Over to McMillan. To Philpott. Philpott takes a hit, gets it to McMillan, and Philpott's down. Riker Philpott slowly making his way onto his feet as he skates to the bench. 17 seconds left on the Kinetic Mobile Physiotherapy power play. Spartans clear it. Andrews out. He leaves it for Natividad. Natividad skates the puck out. He goes rink wide to Mitchellmore, just out of his reach. Gets tied up in the ref skates. Mitchellmore to Sharma. Sharma shot and a save. As Sharma was left alone in front, set up by Mitchellmore. And the Spartans goaltender makes a great save. Still no score, 0-0. Mitchellmore takes a tumble. Taylor over to McDonnell. McDonnell D to D. It goes up to Natividad's stick. And the puck leaves the zone. Natividad with it in his own zone. He's going to skate it up through the neutral zone. Natividad, one move. Puck's taken off his stick. McDonnell's the last one back. He bodies his man off the puck. Taylor comes out. Andrews comes out. Loses his stick in the process. And the Spartan player covers the puck in the corner. It looks like Philpott's okay. He's coming out to take the defensive draw. He's got King and Rodriguez with him. Snow and Smith on defense. Philpott wins the draw ahead. Philpott with speed. Bumped off the puck. Philpott bodies his man hard. Philpott regains control. Luke Snow from the point. There's a shot. It's tipped and saved by the Spartans. 7 minutes left in the first period. Philpott wins the draw back to Snow. Snow at the point. He goes to Rodriguez at the half wall. Philpott with control. Philpott with the puck in the corner. He walks out, takes a couple hits, gets the puck to King. There's a shot from Smith. It's turned aside. Rodriguez bodies his man. Spartans are away through the neutral zone. 3 mob players back. Weigel intercepts that. He's bodied off the puck. And the Spartans are away with it. Spartans circle back through the neutral zone. They go D to D, dump it in on Andrews. He stops it, leaves it for Smith. Smith's pass picked off. There it is out in front. They shoot and score. A turnover behind the mob net allows the Spartans to intercept and throw it out front. It's 1-0 Spartans. 6:06 left in the first period. Mob win the draw. Mitchellmore sends it deep into the Spartan zone. He's in, bodies his man. There it is, loose in front. Ends up back on Mitchellmore's stick. He throws it back to McDonnell. McDonnell walks to the middle. There's a shot. Taylor was cross-checked from behind. I believe there's a penalty on the play. Yep. 2 minutes for interference. And the mob are back on the Kinetic Mobile power play. As the puck came back to McDonnell, Taylor was cross-checked from behind while trying to screen. And the mob are back on the power play. It's going to be Philpott's line up front with McMillan and McDonnell. Philpott wins the draw. But King can't hold on to it, and the Spartans send it down the ice. McDonnell first back to retrieve it. He spins away from his check. He's got the puck in his skates. He goes to McMillan behind the net. Long stretch pass. And it looks like Philpott's heading to the penalty box. It's going to be 2 minutes for slashing for Philpott. Away from the play. It's going to be 4-on-4. King steps in to take the draw. King loses the draw. Spartans have it at the blue line. They go rink wide. It's nearly picked off by McMillan. Rodriguez gathers it. Short pass to McMillan. McMillan's bumped off the puck, and the Spartans have it. McDonnell chips it to McMillan. McMillan skates it out. He's in through the neutral zone. McMillan. One move. Almost a scoring opportunity, but the Spartans have it. They're heading the other way. Mason McDonnell breaks that up, and McDonnell's away. He's got 3 Spartans to beat. Over skates it at the red line. Up to King. King's going to send it deep in the Spartan zone and go for a change. Weigel picks it up, shovels it back to Smith. Smith holds the line. Spartans play it behind their own net. Sharma gets the puck in his own zone. Sharma tries to pass it to Weigel. It hits his skate, and Natividad's got it. Natividad. There's a shot and save by the Spartan goaltender. Smith tries to keep it in. Spartans are away. Into the mob zone. There's a delay. Back. It's picked off by Sharma. Sharma, at the end of a long shift, is going to dump it in. And the Spartans, for 15 seconds, are on a power play. Luke Snow sends that deep into the Spartan zone. Philpott. He's out of the box. Spartans into the mob zone. There's a delay. There's a shot on. It's deflected over the net of Andrews. 5-on-5 hockey. Spartans control the puck. They send it back to their defense. Here comes a shot. It's blocked. Weigel's got the rebound. Over to Mitchellmore. He's got Hocko streaking out of the zone. Hocko's going to dump it. Change. Spartan break the puck out of their own zone. Errant pass ends up on Luke Snow's stick. Snow over to McMillan. Back to Snow. He goes off the glass. Taylor tries to win the foot race to negate the icing, but the faceoff's going to end up back in the mob zone with 2:34 remaining in the first period. It's a 1-0 Spartan lead. Taylor loses that draw. Dyke out. Spartans try and give and go. That's disrupted. Spartans walk in. There's a shot. Pad save by Andrews. Sharma with it. He tries to headman it to Dyke. Dyke bodies his man. Taylor picks up the rebound. She throws it out to Sharma. Sharma didn't get much on it. And the Spartans defender prevents that from going in. Spartans are away. Back to Nell. Bodies his man as he goes down to the ice. Natividad. Up to Sharma. Sharma, he's trying to go wide. And they both fall. Sharma gives him a little push. And he begins his back check. Spartan, there's a sharp shot. It's blockered by Andrews to Natividad. To Philpott. Philpott's got speed. It ends up back on his stick. King over to Rodriguez. Rodriguez shot on. There's a save. And it's corralled by the Spartan goaltender. Scramble draw. Spartans get it as far as the blue line. It doesn't get out. It now gets out. And McMillan plays it back to Smith. Over to McMillan. Up to Rodriguez. He tries to chip it in. 1 minute and 8 seconds left. King in on the forecheck. Spartans go D to D behind their own net. Smith nearly picked that off. Weigel's going to be first back to gather the puck in his own zone. He curls behind his net. Chips it over to Dyke. Overskates it. And it's going to be an icing call on the Mob. With 47 seconds remaining. Weigel going to take the draw. Spartans win the draw. They go D to D. There's a long shot looking for a tip. It doesn't get through. Spartans with control of the half wall. Over to their defenseman. He dumps it in. 30 seconds remaining. Weigel. He comes away with it over to Hocko. Hocko can't handle that in the neutral zone. The Spartans turn it back towards the Mob zone. McMillan retrieves it. He tries to get a pass over to Dyke. He rims it over for Hocko. Hocko gets it out of the zone. Dyke picks it up, but there's 4 seconds left. And that will do it for the Get Energy first period. It looks like the Spartans are going to receive a penalty. They're going to start the second period shorthanded. There was a call on the play. You can see Coach Jordan Dyke down there trying to rally the team, saying, "You've played hard for 31 games. You need to finish it off and respond here against the Spartan." No scoring to report for the Mob. Spartan, of course, lead 1-0. Mob are going to start the YMM Dental second period on the power play. They've had a couple good opportunities, but the Spartan goaltender, Robinson, has stopped them all. Mob have fired 10 shots at him. He stopped them all. It's going to be Philpott's line to start the Kinetic Mobile Physiotherapy power play with McDonnell and Natividad. YMM Dental second period is now underway. Natividad over to King. King through the neutral zone. King enters the zone. He delays. Throws it back to Philpott. Philpott pushes it back to McDonnell. McDonnell plays it over to Philpott. Philpott makes one move. There's a shot and a glove save by Robinson. That was his best save of the night. Looks to be some confusion at the timekeeper's bench as the clock wasn't started. So they're going to figure that out with the referee. Nice entry by the mob. Broden King showed patience as he delayed, waiting for Philpott to catch up. He dropped it back to Philpott. Passed it back to McDonnell. Philpott circled and got himself open. Made one move. Got himself looking at the net. A quick shot, but a save by Robinson. Looks like the timekeepers are trying to reset the clock. They've turned it off. There's assistant coach Brandon Ralph with the whiteboard out directing the Philpott line on the power play here. It looks like they've got it figured out. They've decided 20 seconds have elapsed. Philpott in to take the draw. He wins it over to King. King backhands it to McDonnell. McDonnell over to Natividad. Natividad down to Rodriguez. Rodriguez back to King behind the net. King's looking for someone out front. There's lots of room. Back on the point. Natividad. He was looking for Philpott, but King gathers it. Philpott directing traffic. He wants it. There's a shot, and it's blocked, and the Spartans are away with Natividad and Philpott back. Natividad falls. Open in front. There's a shot. A save by Andrews as the Spartans have a shorthanded attempt. It's played up to King. King circles in his own zone. Over to Natividad. That pass doesn't connect, and the Spartans have control in the mob zone. Rodriguez through the neutral zone. He plays it rink wide to Philpott. Philpott beats one man. Philpott still with it. He tries to jam it in. The rebound's in front. Philpott gathers it. Robinson got a piece of it. The puck stays out. McDonnell pinches in. 29 seconds left of the power play. McDonnell walks out and tries to shovel it in. The Spartans eventually clear the zone. Sharma back in his own zone. Plays it back to McMillan. Over to Smith. Puck gets tangled up in his skates. He goes back to McMillan in front of his net. McMillan up to Mitchellmore. We're back to even strength. Mitchellmore enters the zone. Mitchellmore, there's a shot. It hits Sharma. And Sharma goes down in some discomfort. He's back up. Philpott gathers the puck behind the net. Philpott still has it. There's one move. Philpott, there's a shot to Sharma. It's going to be another Spartan penalty for slashing. Philpott tried to hit Sharma in front, and just as he was about to shoot, he took a slash. It's going to be another kinetic mobile physiotherapy power play. It's going to be Taylor, Mitchellmore, and Weigel to start this power play with McDonnell and Natividad. 17:43 remaining in the second period. Spartan currently leading 1-0. Taylor in to take the draw. She wins it over to Mitchellmore. He throws it back to Natividad. Natividad through the middle. There's a shot. It doesn't get through. And McDonnell has it behind the Spartan goal line. Out to Weigel. He can't get a stick on it. And the Spartans send it down into the mob zone. Lennon, Andrews out to play it. He's going to leave it for Natividad. Natividad stops behind his net, up to McDonnell. McDonnell rink wide, looking for Taylor. It's just out of her reach. And the Spartans send it back down. Natividad behind his own net. Once again, looking for Taylor. She can't handle it in the neutral zone. And once again, the Spartans send it back down. McDonnell, tight turn. Out of his own zone. McDonnell with speed. He cuts to the middle. McDonnell tries to toe drag and shoot. It's Mitchell Moore with it behind the net. Mitchell Moore over to Weigel. There's a shot. It's blocked. Mitchell Moore tries to keep it in and can't. And Smith has it in his own zone. Over to McDonnell. Back to Smith. Smith tries to throw it up to Mitchell Moore. It's intercepted. And the Spartans, once again, throw it deep. Smith leaves it for McDonnell. 41 seconds left in the power play. Mitchell Moore controls it in his own zone. Mitchell Moore's away with it. Mitchell Moore down the left side. He's getting harassed from behind. It's poked off his stick. McDonnell sends it deep into the Spartan zone as the Mob try and complete a change, but the Spartans have it and they're moving up ice. They dump it in. 16 seconds left in the Kinetic Mobile power play. Philpott off his shin pads. And that will do it as the Spartan kill off another penalty. We're back to even strength. Smith up to Weigel. Weigel's pass is intercepted, but it ends up on Rodriguez's stick. Rodriguez into the Spartan zone. Tight turn on the goal line. Bank pass to McMillan. McMillan from the point. That shot is picked off and the Spartans are away. They try for a stretch pass. It's a foot race and the Spartans negate the icing. Spartans with control behind their own net. Rodriguez to King. Back to Rodriguez on the left side. Rodriguez has it poked off his stick. It's Rodriguez and King in the corner. Puck is loose. King tried to poke it out in front for himself, but it's intercepted by the Spartans. Spartans are away through the neutral zone. Chip it up to Snow. That puck doesn't get out. Andrews back. He leaves it for McMillan. It's tied up in his skates briefly, but he finds it over to Dyke. Dyke tries to go up the middle. It hits a shin pad. It's cleared. Andrews once again out of his net. Leaves it for McMillan. McMillan sees Philpott in the neutral zone. It's out of his reach, and it's going to be an icing. 14:22 left in the second period. Spartans still hold a 1-0 lead. Mob have yet to been able to put one past Eli Robinson, the Spartan goaltender. Philpott takes the draw to the left of Andrews. The Spartans end up with it on the half wall. McMillan pushes his man. Spartans with it behind the Mob net. They try a shot. It's tipped and goes wide. There's a whistle on the play. It's going to be a penalty. It's going to go against the Spartans yet again. The Mob are back on the Kinetic Mobile power play. It's going to be a roughing call. Face-off will come back to the Spartan zone. Philpott's line will stay out with McDonnell and Natividad. 0 for 3 on the Kinetic Mobile power play so far this game. Philpott loses the draw, but King's in hard on the forecheck. He causes a turnover. Rodriguez gathers it behind the net. Rodriguez at the half wall, up to McDonnell. Back to Rodriguez. Rodriguez steps in. There's a shot. King goes for a tip, but slows it down just enough for Eli Robinson to come out and cover the rebound. It's going to be Philpott again. Philpott wins that one. Back to McDonnell. Over to Natividad. That shot is tipped. Philpott gathers it. Back up. Philpott's going to walk in. Philpott beats one man. It's poked off his stick. Back out to Natividad. Rolls it back over to Philpott. He's got King in front. Tries for a shot. It's deflected. McDonnell can't handle it. The puck clears the zone. Natividad with no options throws it back in. Spartans are going to delay while they ice it. Andrews is out to play it. He leaves it for Natividad. Natividad behind his own net. Natividad with speed. His head's up. Hit through the neutral zone. Natividad on the right side. He loses control. It's kept in by Smith. But it's eventually shot down the ice by the Spartan. King's going to be first back in his zone to pick it up. It's going to be a high stick whistle. Going to be a face-off in the mob zone. Well, the Spartans tried to ice it. I think they thought King touched it with a high stick. He was first to retrieve it. So there'll be a face-off to the left of Andrews. Taylor in to take the draw. She wins it back to McMillan. McMillan flips it into the corner. Smith is going to have to hustle. He gets control. Smith out of his own zone. Throws it back to McMillan. Mitchellmore mishandles it. It's picked off, and the Spartans nearly had a shorthanded opportunity. It's Mitchellmore through the middle. He's getting harassed. There's Taylor with the shot. Pad save by Robinson. Mitchellmore with it in the corner. He's got Sharma in front. Mitchellmore circles the net. He tries to get it over to Taylor and eventually does. 5 seconds remaining. Taylor overskates it, and the Spartans are away. And they've successfully killed off another penalty kill. Long pass to Sharma. Sharma's in by himself, surrounded by 3 Spartans. Smith gloves it, but it's turned away. Sharma with speed. He tried to poke that and almost did. Sharma still pressuring from behind. McMillan shovels it back to Smith. Smith. He's bodied off the puck, and the Spartans send it back down. It's picked off by Mitchellmore. Mitchellmore has that puck taken from him. Smith bodies his man. Rebound shot saved by Andrews. Back to the point. There's another shot steered aside by Andrews. McMillan battling in the corner. He throws it back to Smith. Up to Mitchellmore on the right side. He goes rink wide to Sharma. Sharma's going to send it deep into the Spartan zone. It's stopped by Robinson. Paco in on the forecheck. And we have a penalty coming up to Darby Taylor. It's going to be 2 minutes for hooking. She was hard in the forecheck. She got her stick up into the gloves of the Spartan player behind the net. And the mob go to the H&R Block penalty kill. 11:07 left in the second period. Still 1-0 Spartan over mob. It's going to be Philpott and Weigel, Snow, and McDonnell to kill this penalty. Important draw for Philpott. He wins it. McDonnell tries to go off the glass. It doesn't get out. Philpott takes a swipe at it, misses. Puck is sent deep into McDonnell's corner. McDonnell falls. He takes a Spartan player with him. Spartans play it out front. Here's a shot. It's blocked by Weigel. Rebound. Also blocked by Snow. And Weigel sends it down the length of the ice, where the Spartans gather it behind their own net. Spartans moving it out through their own zone into the neutral zone. Snow back. McDonnell back. Back to their defense. Puck is up. McDonnell gloves it. Philpott almost had a breakaway, but it's broken up. Spartans send it back in. It goes off the backside of Rodriguez, but it ends up on the Spartan stick. Andrews makes a save. Philpott tries to backhand it out, misses, doesn't clear it. It's back down low for the Spartan. Back up to their defense. They go D-to-D. Shot saved by Andrews. Covers the rebound. 48 seconds left in the H&R block penalty kill. Natividad and Smith step onto the ice. Philpott and Rodriguez remain as the mob forwards. Face-off will be to the right of Andrews. Sticks are down. Philpott loses the draw, but Rodriguez gets control and he backhands it down the ice. Robinson out to play it. He leaves it for his defenseman. He stops behind the net. Philpott breaks that up. It goes off his skate. It's back down into the Spartan zone. 27 seconds left in the H&R block penalty kill. That pass doesn't connect. Smith gathers it. It doesn't clear. Rodriguez eventually sends it down the ice. Sharma on the ice with Philpott. 5 seconds left in the Taylor hooking penalty. Natividad picks it off. He goes over to Philpott. Philpott goes wide. Philpott behind the net, circles out to Sharma. Sharma was tied up from behind and couldn't get the shot off. Spartans enter the mob zone. Here's a shot. It's up high into the chest protector of Andrews. He holds on for a whistle. Taylor back on the ice. The mob kill off her penalty. We're back to even strength. 8:46 remaining in the second period. Taylor steps in. She wins the draw to Smith. Smith gets it up to Mitchelmore. Taylor picks it up in the neutral zone. She's looking for a drop pass. Mitchelmore tries to get a shot off. There's a shot by Sharma. It's steered aside by Robinson, and the Spartans are away through the neutral zone. There's a drop pass. Spartans are going to walk into the corner, throw it back to the defense. Mitchelmore gathers it behind his net. He flips it out. It just clears the zone, and it's offside. Snow banks it up to Hocko. Hocko sends it deep into the zone. Hocko in on the forecheck, as is Dyke. Dyke, turnover. He sends it back to McMillan. McMillan's looking for options. McMillan on the half wall. McMillan still with possession. Throws it back to Dyke. Here's a one-timer from the point. It doesn't get through. It's blocked by the Spartans. Spartans are going to flip it out. It's going to be Snow. Over to McMillan. He flips it into the neutral zone. Hocko first on it. Weigel plays it back to McMillan. Dyke anchors up in the neutral zone just out of his reach. And the Spartans retrieve it in their own zone. Snow up to King. King takes a hit, but he gets it deep into the Spartan zone. Weigel first in on the forecheck. Rodriguez tried to pick off that pass. He just missed. McMillan, last man back in his zone. McMillan has the puck stripped off his stick. It's played behind the net to Snow. Snow up to King. Gets it to Weigel. Spartans are going to send it back to the mob zone. It's going to be McMillan. He rims it over to Rodriguez. Rodriguez tries for a backhand chip, but it ends up in Weigel's stick. Weigel circles behind his own net. Up to King. He's got Rodriguez poked off his stick. Rodriguez slides into the zone. It's offside. Mob have to clear. Spartans send it deep into the mob zone. Andrews out to play it. He's going to rim it around for Philpott. Snow with it behind his net. He's pinned by two Spartan players. They come away with it. Back to the point. They send it back deep into the mob zone behind the net. Mitchellmore strips his man of the puck. Mitchellmore, he's out through the zone, into the neutral zone. Mitchellmore down the right side. He tries for a shot. It doesn't get through. Mitchellmore still with the puck. Over to Natividad. Natividad shot. Rebound is there. Philpott, one whack. Philpott in the second one. And it's eventually covered up by Robinson. Puck stays out. Shot by Natividad was tipped. It ended up on Philpott's stick from a sharp angle. He had one attempt. Score remains 1-0 Spartan. Taylor in to take the draw. She wins it back to McDonnell. There's a shot. Glove saved by Robinson. No rebound. Taylor once again to take the draw. Wins it to Sharma. He pushes it back. Natividad can't handle that D-to-D pass, and the Spartans flip it out to the neutral zone. McDonnell gets the red line and sends it into the Spartan zone. Spartans in their own zone. He's bodied off the puck. Taylor. Darby Taylor with a shot. It's blockered. It's up. It hits the crossbar. Mitchellmore has a swipe at it. Sharma plays it back to Natividad. Natividad shot. It's deflected. Mitchellmore with it behind the net. Mitchellmore. Tight turn. Change of direction. Back to Sharma. Sharma behind the net. Off the boards to Natividad. He slams it back down for Sharma. Sharma beats his man out of the corner. It's Sharma. Bodies his man, and the Spartans skate away with it to the neutral zone. McDonnell with it, skates it out. He's hit. Puck is tied up along the mob blue line. It eventually squirts loose, and the Spartans fire it in on Andrews out of his net to stop it. Natividad. He skates it out, turns it over, and the Spartans are heading back. They got a man in front. McDonnell breaks that up. He's pushed off the puck. Out to the Spartan defense. There's a long shot from the point. It hits his stick. It's loose in front. Dyke shovels it to the middle. It doesn't clear, but it ends up on Mitchellmore's stick. He gets it up to Taylor, and she dumps it deep into the Spartan zone. Spartans rim it hard. Chip it out into the neutral zone. It's going to be icing, but Weigel picks it up. Weigel tries to get it up to the half wall. Hocko battling with Weigel. They send it back to Smith. Smith has it. He stops behind the goal line. Goes D-to-D to Natividad. Natividad. He's looking rink wide. It goes off his skate. Hocko picks it up. He's bumped off the puck. Smith, D-to-D to Natividad. Back to Smith in their own zone. There's a one-touch pass. It's a 2-on-1. Weigel and Dyke. Dyke. He loses control just inside. And Jackson Dyke is going to get called for a slash. And the Mob, with 2 minutes and 52 seconds left, are going back on the H&R Block penalty kill. Face-off will come back into the Mob zone. It's going to be Philpott and King up front with Lucas Smith and Adam McMillan. Face-off will be to the right of Andrews. Philpott wins it back. Smith battles 3 Spartans in the corner. McMillan gathers the loose puck. He's going to send it down. It's off a Spartan glove into their zone. Philpott nearly picked that off. Spartans with it behind their own net. Spartans through the neutral zone. They got speed. They enter the zone. It's broken up by Smith. McMillan up to Philpott. Philpott beats one defender. Philpott shoots it, scores! Riker Philpott with a shorthanded goal ties up this game 1-1. The play was broken up by Adam McMillan. Again, showing some patience. He held on to it. Well, Philpott gathered speed through the neutral zone, and he's a dangerous player when he's got that much speed in through the neutral zone. He beat one defender, and the Mob finally are on the scoreboard. That's a shorthanded goal. 1 minute, 19 seconds left in the Dyke slashing penalty. Mob are still shorthanded. Taylor sends the puck into the neutral zone. Taylor on the forecheck. McDonnell gathers it. He tries to send it into the zone and doesn't. Rodriguez bumps his man. The Spartans have a shot. And Andrews gloves it and holds on. 1-1. Philpott with a H&R block shorthanded goal. That's Philpott's 77th goal of the season and his 109th point of the season. Add another assist to McMillan. That's his 21st assist and his 28th point of the season. Puck is thrown into the Mob zone. 37 seconds left in the Dyke penalty. Spartans with it behind the net. They throw it back to their defenseman. There's a shot. It's blocked by Taylor. Rebound. They go D to D. Puck behind the net. There's a one-touch shot. Andrew steers that aside. Rodriguez. He's clipped at the blue line. Spartan get the 2 minutes for tripping. I'm hearing the coaches wanting a discussion. That's a dangerous play. As Rodriguez is clipped at the blue line, it's going to go up as 2 minutes for tripping. We'll have 4-on-4 hockey for 10 seconds. And then the Mob will be back on the Kinetic Mobile Physiotherapy Power Play. Philpott wins the draw to Mitchellmore. Mitchellmore tries to get a shot off. It's deflected into the corner and sent down the ice. That should be icing. It's 4-on-4. No call. Mob enter the Kinetic Mobile Power Play. No icing. Sharma first on it. Into the corner. Sharma over to McMillan. McDonnell scores. Short side. Spartans might have something to say about that. There was no icing call. Sharma continued his forecheck, gathered the puck behind the net, found McDonnell stepping in from the point. McDonnell shoots and beats Robinson short side. That's a Kinetic Mobile power play goal. Mob lead 2-1 with 33 seconds left. That's McDonnell's 16th goal of the season. That's Sharma's 21st assist of the season. Mitchellmore in on the right side. He tried to find Sharma. Sharma back to Mitchellmore in the middle. Mitchellmore gets a shot off as he's falling, and Robinson holds on. Just under 18 seconds left. Mob have responded in the last 2 minutes with a shorthanded goal and a power play goal. 2-1 Mob. Philpott loses the draw. It's played behind the net. Sharma almost picked that off. McDonnell tries to keep it in. Sharma over to Mitchellmore. Mitchellmore finds Philpott. There's a shot and a save by Robinson. There's a big hit by Sharma. Another hit. The referee's arms up. There's some pushing and shoving at the end of the second period. We'll see what comes out of this. Sharma still grappling with a Spartan player. I think it's going to be even up. We'll see what goes up on the board. After 2 periods of play, Mob lead 2-1. Philpott with a shorthanded goal to get the Mob on the board. McDonnell with a power play goal. Referees are still in discussion with that scrum at the end of the second period. We'll see what comes out of it penalty-wise. Coach Jordan Dyke looking on, waiting for an explanation. From what I could hear up top, there look to be multiple penalties. Both coaches remain on the bench looking for an explanation. Spartan and Mob. Referee has entered the timekeeper's booth. We'll see what pops up on the board here. After 2 periods of play, Mob, 17 shots, Spartan, 11. Nothing up on the clock yet. Coach Jordan Dyke getting an explanation from both officials. It looks like Mob are going to be starting the third period shorthanded. They're going to be on the H&R Block penalty kill to start the third period. We'll be back after this intermission for the second cup, third period.
tension grows, the whistle blows, and the puck goes down the ice. The goalie jumps and the players bump and the fans all go insane. Someone roars, Bobby scores at the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Second period, where players dash with skates aflash, the home team trails behind, but they grab the puck and go bursting up, and they're down across the line. They storm the crease like bumblebees, they travel like a burning flame. We see them slide the puck inside, it's a 1-1 hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name, and the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Third period, last game in the playoffs too. Oh, take me where the hockey players face off down the rink, and the Stanley Cup is all filled up for the champs who win the drink. Now the final flick of a hockey stick and a one gigantic scream. The puck is in, the home team wins the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name, and the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name, and the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name, and the best game you can name is the good old hockey game.
Mob steps on the ice for the Stecken Cup third period action. Stecken Cup, a longtime supporter of Mob Hockey in Fort McMurray. Visit them in McDonald Island Park. Mob are going to start the third period shorthanded. Penalties have been assessed. Jabril Sharma, 2 minutes for boarding, 2 minutes for roughing. Drew Mitchellmore, 2 minutes for roughing, to go along with the two Spartan offenders, also 2 minutes for roughing. Mob will be on the H&R block penalty kill to start the third period. Shots have been adjusted. It's 17 on Robinson, 14 shots on Andrew. All responded with the short. Philpott, a power play goal by McDonnell. They lead 2-1. Philpott skates to the center circle. Sticks are down. We're underway. Spartans win the draw. They dump it. Andrews out to play it. Natividad loses it. Philpott tries to chip it out. There's a whistle. The timekeeper has forgotten to start the clock. Looks like they've decided 10 seconds have elapsed as they let 10 seconds tick off the clock. It's going to be a face-off outside the Mob zone. Oh, they're going to bring it inside. Face-off will be to the right of Andrews. Philpott steps in. He wins it over to Natividad. Natividad turns away from one check. He tries to get it up to Philpott, but can't. Philpott can't handle that. There's another whistle. It looks like they're having problems with the clock. The clock is dark. Be a delay here as they figure out what's happening. You see the HSL official is going to come over and pay a visit to the timekeeper's booth. Clock's back on. They're going to let 9 more seconds tick off. They're going to try it again. Face off to the left of Andrews. Philpott in to take the draw. He wins it cleanly back to McDonnell. McDonnell gets it down the ice. Philpott in hard on the forecheck, short-handed. Philpott with control in the corner. Philpott plays it back to McDonnell. There's a long shot. Just missed. Natividad. He's got it. He fires it back down to Philpott. Philpott misplays that, and the Spartans have control in their own zone. Philpott gathers the puck in the neutral zone. He's going to send it back down to the Spartan zone. He goes off for a change. It's going to be Weigel. He centers himself in front of the Spartan goalie. 55 seconds left in the Sharma penalty. Spartans send it down in the mob zone. Lucas Smith loses control behind his net. They fire it out to the defenseman. Here's a shot, fake pass, and a goal! That's a power play goal by the Spartans. They tie it up 2-2. That's a power play goal by the Spartans. Game is tied. Face off at center ice. It's going to be Taylor. She wins it back to Smith. Smith backing up in his own zone. Up to Rodriguez. Deflects off his stick. And we have a stoppage in play once again. Seems to be another issue in the timekeeper's booth. Teams are back to 5-on-5. Mob had a chance to clear it on that penalty kill. It was kept in, and the Spartan forward came in, faked a shot, slid it over. He outweighted Andrews, and he went top shelf. Game is tied. Philpott wins the draw back to McMillan. McMillan off the boards to Rodriguez. Rodriguez through the neutral zone. He's going to throw it in on Robinson. And with King barreling down on him, he elects to cover it for a whistle. Philpott, Rodriguez, and King. Philpott wins the draw. Spartans with it in their own zone. Missed pass. Philpott's got it. He circles behind the net. He's got King in front. He's got Rodriguez in front. There's a shot that missed. Rodriguez with the rebound. He throws it back down low for Philpott. Puck is to the blue line. It's kept in by King. Spartans with it behind their net. Spartan defenseman skating out of his zone. He gets as far as the blue line, and he leaves it. Smith battling. Philpott picks up the loose puck. Up to King. King can't handle that pass. It's back down to the Spartans. Smith bodies his man off the puck, and he's got it. Philpott away through the neutral zone. Up to Dyke. Dyke can't handle that pass at the blue line. Spartans enter the mob zone. Tight turn back. Spartans back down to the mob zone. Natividad goes for a hit. Dyke backhand pass to Weigel. It's into the neutral zone. Hocko hard on the puck. He's going to dump it in. Dyke goes for a change. Out comes Mitchellmore. Spartan turnover to Mitchellmore just off his stick, and the Spartans are away into the mob zone. Snow bodies his man off the puck. Snow battling in the corner. Again pushes his man off the puck. It's Mitchellmore battling on the half wall. Up to Hocko. Hocko to Weigel. Weigel chips it up to Mitchellmore just out of his reach in the neutral zone. The Spartans have it. Weigel sends it into the Spartan zone. Rodriguez first in on the forecheck. Spartans break it out. They're through the neutral zone. McMillan back. He gets his stick on it. Spartans with control. Back to their defenseman. D to D. Here's a shot. It's blocked by Rodriguez. Taylor gathers it behind the net. Up to Mitchellmore. Mitchellmore can't handle that. It ends up back on his stick. He's going to skate it out. Into the neutral zone. Avoiding one body check. McMillan bodies his man. Spartans. They're going to dump it in. Andrews out to play it. Leaves it for McDonnell. McDonnell hard rim just out of the reach of Mitchellmore. McMillan bodies his man. The puck comes to Andrews. He's going to hold on for a whistle. 15:23 remaining in the second cup. Third period. Score is tied, 2 goals apiece. It's going to be Philpott, King, and Sharma up front with Snow and Smith. Philpott tries to go forward, loses the draw. King tries to poke it loose. Spartans control it in the mob zone. Here's a shot from the point. Andrews makes the save. Smith with the rebound up to King. King through the neutral zone. Slides it over to Philpott. Philpott's in. Riker Philpott backhand. Rebound is there. King took a swipe at it and missed. King on the half wall. Leaves it for Sharma. It's kept in by Smith. He sends it back into the Spartan zone. Philpott behind the net. Played around to Snow. Back low to Philpott. Philpott bumps his man. King behind the net. And the Spartans come away with it. Through the neutral zone. Snow back. There's a shot blocked by Snow. Smith in the corner with Philpott. Smith still battling away. He pokes it to King. Snow gathers it. Looking for Sharma. It goes deep into the Spartan zone. Weigel picks off that pass. He's going to send it back in deep. It's going to be Dyke in on the forecheck. Spartans play it behind their net. McMillan at the blue line keeps it in. He loses it. It's going to be Weigel. Pokes it down low to Dyke. Dyke hooked from behind. Couldn't get it back to Weigel. Spartans are away. Natividad's back. McMillan's back. Hocko and Weigel. Puck comes out front to McMillan. Pushes it up to Hocko. Hocko down the right side. Hocko cuts to the middle. Gives it to McMillan. He can't handle it. Weigel overskates it. It's pushed back to Natividad. He gathers it. Goes off the boards to Weigel. Weigel's got Mitchellmore with him. There's a long shot. It's gloved by Robinson. He holds on for a whistle. Taylor steps into the face-off circle with Mitchellmore on her right and Sharma on her left. She loses the draw, and the Spartans play it behind their own net. Sharma picks it off. Quick shot. Taylor. Sharma back to McDonnell at the point. There's a long shot. It hits Taylor in front, doesn't get through, and the Spartans skated out of their zone. Spartans, there's a pass. Saved by Andrews as he sprawls out. As the Spartans center that, McDonnell loses a glove. And the Spartans can't keep it in. They go D to D in the neutral zone. Dump back in. Andrews out to play it. Leaves it for Smith behind the net. Smith. He loses it in his skates. He's pushed off the puck. The Spartans are battling behind the net. McDonnell pushes his man off the puck. Smith over to Sharma. Sharma. There's a shot on and a save by Andrews. Sharma on the half wall. Up to Taylor. Sharma, second attempt, gets it out, sends it into the Spartan zone. It's Philpott and Rodriguez stepping out. Mitchellmore by himself on the forecheck. Rodriguez and Philpott. Philpott comes away with it. Here's a shot by Philpott, and he scores! Riker Philpott beats Robinson, blocker side, gives Mob a 3-2 lead. How about some credit for Drew Mitchellmore? He was in all alone forechecking while his line mates went for a change, hounding the defenseman, eventually causing a turnover on the half wall. Philpott picks it up, walks in. He's got his second goal of the game. Philpott wins it forward. Philpott with speed. Riker Philpott in. He's on the backhand shot. Rebound. Puck is loose in the crease. Robinson didn't know where it was. He eventually rolls over on top of it for a whistle. Every once in a while, Philpott, rather than trying to go back to his defenseman, will go forward with it. He had Rodriguez with him on that rush, and they almost scored. This time, Philpott wins it back to McDonnell. He goes D to D. Natividad, long shot. Robinson slides and makes the save. 11:41 remaining in the second cup third period. 3-2 Mob. Spartans win the draw in their own zone. They rim it. McDonnell's going to pitch in. McDonnell keeps it alive. Over to King at the point. King tries for a shot. It doesn't get through, and the Spartans are away through the neutral zone. McDonnell bodies his man. There's Philpott with a check, and Philpott's got the puck. Philpott with speed down the right side. Philpott shot. Blocker save by Robinson. No icing on the play. Andrews out. He leaves it for McDonnell. McDonnell. He flips it up. It goes off the linesman. And the Spartans have control as they enter the Mob zone. McDonnell with it. He's going to rim it over to Dyke. Dyke's got some time. Dyke mishandles it. He can't make a pass. And it gets to Weigel. Spartans, there's a backhand shot saved by Andrews. McDonnell with the rebound. Shovels it to Hocko. Hocko can't handle it. Hocko picks it up. He's by himself through the neutral zone. Hocko gets a shot on net. He's going to go for a change as Weigel and Dyke remain on the ice. Here's a rink-wide pass as the Spartans try and break it out. McMillan holds the line. Spartans out through the neutral zone. They're going to dump it in. Andrews out to play it once again. Leaves it for McDonnell. Reverses to Smith. Smith and Mitchellmore get tied up in the corner. It's going to be Mitchellmore behind his own net. Mitchellmore over to Dyke. Smith calling for it on the far side. Dyke over to Smith. Smith sends it in deep. Robinson out to play it. He's going to rim it around to his winger on the half wall. Spartans break it out. It's a 2-on-1 with Smith back. Smith slides and breaks up that 2-on-1. Great timing by Lucas Smith. There's a big hit by Drew Mitchellmore. McMillan on the half wall over to Mitchellmore. Another reverse hit by Mitchellmore. And McMillan is going to skate the puck through the neutral zone. Sharma is going to dump it in. It's going to be McMillan first in on it. He bodies his man. McMillan behind the net, plays it behind to Sharma. Sharma looking out front. He's going to go back to King at the point. King fires it on net. Philpott may have got a stick on it. Puck is loose. Sharma doesn't see it. He eventually does. And he plays it up to the half wall. Philpott keeps it in. Robinson has lost his stick. But the Spartans break away into the neutral zone. There's a long shot and a save by Andrews. 8:34 remaining in the second cup, third period. The Philpott line with King and Rodriguez to take this defensive draw. Spartans win it. They go D to D. They fire it through the middle, looking for a stick. It doesn't connect. Back to their defense once again. There's a shot. Rebound is loose in front. It hit a Spartan player up high. And the Spartans with control in the mob zone. Played behind the net. Snow bodies his man. There's going to be a penalty on the play against the mob. There's a shot on. Andrews is going to glove that. Looks like it's going to be Philpott for tripping as he makes his way to the penalty box. And the mob, with 8:06 remaining in the third, are back on the H&R block. Penalty kill. Taylor and Weigel up front. Taylor loses the draw. Weigel. Spartans can't hold the zone. McMillan's got some time. McMillan, he tries to ice it. It's off a glove of Spartan, and they have control in the neutral zone. Natividad bodies his man. Weigel tries to clear it and does. It's a hand pass by the Spartan as that clearing attempt was knocked down by the Spartan. It went to their defender. Face-off will be at center ice. McMillan and Natividad on defense. Natividad in the neutral zone. Gets it as far as the Spartans zone. They break it out. Cross ice. They dump it in right to Natividad. He's going to send it back down the ice. 1 minute and 15 seconds left in the Philpott tripping penalty as the mob are on the H&R block. Penalty kill. Spartans look for a stretch pass. That doesn't connect, and McMillan sends it down the ice. Robinson out to play it to his defenseman. They send it down the ice. Icing is waved off. Andrews is going to leave it for McDonnell. Sharma out to the point. They go D to D. There's a shot. Saved by Andrews. Rodriguez steps onto the ice. He's going to take Weigel's spot on the H&R block. Penalty kill. Sharma in to take the draw. Sharma goes forward with it. Spartans have control at the mob blue line. They go D to D. Back to the point. They look for a cross ice. There's a one-time shot that missed the net. Spartans D to D. Sharma up top. It's tipped in front. Spartans have it behind the net. They go back to the point. 18 seconds left in the Philpott penalty. Back over. They lose control, and Sharma sends it down the ice. 3 seconds left. And the Philpott penalty. He steps onto the ice. Philpott strips his man of the puck. He's got Sharma with him. Philpott shot. Saved by Robinson as he surprised his man stepping onto the ice. Spartans are away with it. Across the Mob blue line. Spartans are in. Andrews poke checks it. Referee's hand is up. It's going to be a penalty against the Mob. Spartans. Shot. Save Andrews. It's going to be a hooking call to Luke Snow with 5:41 remaining in the third period. Mob leading 3-2. They're back on the H&R Block penalty kill. He had a step on Snow, and Snow reached from behind, and he gets called for hooking. Taylor loses the draw. It's at the point. They try and go cross ice. Weigel gets a stick on it. Spartans with control. Back to the point. They go D to D. Here comes a shot. That's wide. Back out to the left defenseman. Back down low. Spartans controlling the puck around the perimeter. At the top, there's a one-time shot, saved by Andrews, steered into the corner. Back out to the defense. Spartans with control. Spartans go D to D. Here's a shot saved by Andrews. He holds on for a whistle. Philpott and Rodriguez step on the ice with McDonnell and Smith. 1 minute and 11 seconds left in the Snow hooking penalty. Face off to the left of Andrews. Philpott loses that. Spartans go D to D. Rodriguez finds the loose puck. He chips it out. And the Spartans lose control. Rodriguez in all by himself. He tries for a long shot. Misses. It's Rodriguez. He comes out. He's got Philpott. He tries to shovel it in. Robinson stops that. It's a one-on-one. Smith back. Smith pokes it. Spartans regain control. There's a shot. Steered aside by Andrews. Spartans with control. Flip it. Rodriguez. Turnover at the blue line. That shot is tipped. And McDonnell is going to send it down the length of the ice. 18 seconds left in the Snow penalty. Robinson is going to rim it behind his net. Just under 4 minutes left in the third period. Philpott nearly picked that pass off as he was falling. Spartans are in 3-on-2. Spartans in. Shot off the crossbar. Weigel. He can't clear it. We're back to even strength. 5-on-5. Natividad up to Mitchellmore. He overskates it. Natividad rims it back behind for McMillan. McMillan with time reverses it back to Mitchellmore. Mitchellmore at the half wall with Natividad. Natividad's going to try and freeze it and get a whistle. The puck's loose though. Here's a shot. That doesn't get through. McMillan behind his net. Turnover. Spartans with it, throws the puck out in front. Here's a shot, deflected high and wide. Natividad with some time. Out of his own zone, Natividad. He's by himself through the neutral zone. He's going to chip and chase, and he's first on it. Mitchellmore gathers the puck on the half wall. He tries to find Taylor, and that pass is tipped out to the neutral zone. Sharma's going to send it back in. D to D in the Spartan zone. Sharma hard in on the forecheck. Picked off by Mitchellmore. He tried to find Sharma. And the Spartans are away in through the neutral zone. Smith backhands it up to Mitchellmore. Spartans with control in their own zone. Taylor, turnover. Over to Sharma. Sharma Rebound, shot, and save by Robinson. Darby Taylor causing all kinds of problems. Creates a turnover. Sharma had a great opportunity there. And with 2:08 left in the third, Philpott steps in to take the draw. Mob lead 3-2. Philpott loses the draw. Spartans have the puck behind their own net. Rodriguez gathers it on the half wall. Rodriguez back to McDonnell. McDonnell fakes the shot, goes back down low to Philpott. He sends it back up to McDonnell. McDonnell to Philpott. Philpott, top of the circles. Down low to King. King throws it in front looking for Rodriguez. Spartans go rink wide. He can't handle that puck. And McMillan's back. Snow's back. Centers it over. Snow bodies his man. Philpott's with him in the corner. Philpott plays it behind the net. Robinson is out. Spartans with the extra attacker. Spartans with control. They throw it out in front. Spartan, here's a shot. Saved by Andrews. Rebound. King goes down to block it. It's Philpott. Philpott sees the empty net. Philpott in all alone. There's a shot. He scores. Riker Philpott with 1 minute left gives the Mob a 4-2 lead. That's Philpott's third goal of the game. Believe Andrews should get credited with an assist. He made the first save. King may have touched it as he was falling, and Philpott goes end to end. And it's a 2-goal lead. Weigel wins the draw back to Natividad. He turns in his own zone, off the boards. Hocko, he's knocked off the puck. Weigel and Hocko battle for it. Dyke, he picks it off, and he sends it deep into the Mob Spartan zone. Spartans try for a long pass. It ends up on net. Andrews is going to cover it. And 30 seconds left in regulation. Robinson looking for directions from his coach if he should leave for the extra attacker. He hasn't yet. Weigel loses the draw. Spartans, top of the circle. Onto their defenseman. They go rink wide. Here's a shot. It's blocked in front. It may have hit a Spartan. 20 seconds remaining. Mob trying to clear the zone. It comes to Dyke. Dyke takes a swipe at it. Spartan, 10 seconds left. They go rink wide. And Natividad is going to get it. And that should do it with 3 seconds left. He gets a final shot. It's deflected out of play. There's the final buzzer. And the last game of the regular season. Mob win 4-2 over the Spartans. Mob end the regular season with 30 wins and 2 losses. Good for first place as they await the championship. Final score 4-2. 28 shots fired by the Mob on Robinson, scoring 4 goals. Andrews faced 26, allowing 2 goals. Mob have a week off as they prepare for their championship in Mundare. We thank you for tuning in, and we will see you for the championship in 2 weeks.